Hey, this is the K Central Show, and I'm your host, Central Booking.
I'm K Crim Central. I heard you, from one of the past shows, man, had a crazy little message. You never played it to me, man.
Oh, I didn't? Well, yo, let me look it up for you real quick. All right, here it is, yo.
Hey, boy. How you doing? K Crim Central Booking. I don't know which one of you guys. I don't care who gets this message. Hold on. Hear you boys out there talking about sticking together and building communities and all that. Let me tell you something. You try this shit, all we gonna do is come through and burn it down, boy. We ain't gonna let you have nothing. It ain't me trying to be negative or anything. I'm all for you. You want to be with your community. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you what it is, boy. As a white boy to a black boy, I'm going to tell you why we ain't going to let you black brothers rise. Because, boy, I'm getting so much black pussy out here, boy. I mean, hell, I'm getting pussy on a discount. And hell, it's cheaper to hit her. Once I divorce my goddamn wife, that bitch can take half. I get that little black heifer, put her on some of that goddamn cocaine, or feed the little kids, take the kids to little McDonald's out there on that Section 8. Whoa, some of the best black ass I ever had in my life. I ain't about to let you mess that up by you getting your shit together and getting your shit right, boy. Now, yeah, I'm married to my white woman because, I gotta be seen in public, gotta look good for the fellas. But ain't nothing like that chocolate ass, boy. And you niggas get your shit together and get the dough, no. We ain't having that. I'm stopping everything. In fact, right now I'm building a program called a Facebook nigger voice recognition to track all you motherfuckers down for even talking about shit. I'm having too much fun being white.
Damn, Central, that was crazy.
Oh, yeah, it sure was.
Man, you get some crazy messages, don't you, sometimes?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you might have to stop putting your number out there on Facebook, man. You know how some people be.
Yeah. Well, at least they're listening.
Hey, I was sitting back thinking about this thing with I was listening to D.L. Hugley.
Uh-huh.
And he made, to me, in my opinion, he made a good point. And I'm gonna play this clip for people, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna play two clips. It's gonna be one of D.L. Hugley, and it's gonna be one of Michael Savage. And I want y'all both to listen to both parts. So we're about to go ahead and roll this.
Sure caught up, so I am in Seattle. I'm gigging tonight. I got a show tonight at Parlor Live, 2 tomorrow, 1 Saturday. I'm very excited. I love being in this part of the country. I love being in this part of the country particularly because how progressive they are and how innovative they are. I think that most of the innovations and most of the things that we are enjoying come from the bastion of technology, which I would say is the West. Like I was just thinking recently, now they're going to have cars at the end of 2017 in California. They'll have cars that can drive themselves. And contrast that to a show I was watching on MSNBC where they were talking to coal miners, and these coal miners were lamenting how they don't get to dig coal anymore, and how they wanted to dig coal. That's all. We live in two. I said this before, and I have to say it again. This country is divided in two different mindsets. One is the Flintstones, and one is the Jetsons. One wants to move forward, and one wants to go backward. Like at the same time, we're talking about cars driving by themselves. You still want to dig coal. It is sobering to know that people are willing to risk their lives for something that people don't value anymore. Like the greatest source of energy is not in the ground anymore. The greatest source of energy is the sun, 97 million miles away. The coal mines are antiquated. They will not come back despite the promise that the orange guy made. It is a antiquated notion. And what people like that want is for time to stand still or go back so they can be what they were. Nobody gets to be what they were. It's literally like somebody breaking in and stealing a bunch of VCRs. That's an antiquated notion. It doesn't exist anymore. You didn't need Trump. You need to educate. Even if they brought jobs back, even if there were jobs, there would be technological components that you have to be educated to be able to do. In this country, you can work, and I've said this before, if you're willing to do a job people can't do, won't do, or can do a job people can't do, you can always work. But if you won't pick a strawberry and you can't write an app, you got to do something else. Coal mines and factories are not coming back, and if they do, they will not come back the way that you know them, and that's the difference. Some people in this country literally are moving forward, and some people are stuck in time. You don't need Trump to open a factory. You need to go to DeVry. There are several jobs. Like even when Trump went to talk to the CEOs of all these car companies in Detroit, they said, "Yeah, there are factory jobs, but people aren't technologically sound enough to do them." And now we abhor intellect. We hate people that are bright. Like people are angry. Like now this whole Muslim ban. A lot of the doctors, like 27% of the specialists in this country, are Muslim, are from those countries. So the people in West Virginia who OD on opiates now, they're kicking out the very dude who might give them the shot to save their lives. We have decided some people want to move forward and some people do not. And like anything else, those who can't move forward are left behind. You don't know. It's sad. I'm very sad that the skill set that you have developed and have yearned for, and your father did, is going the way of the dodo bird. But it has. That's immature.
Now, you get the gist of what he was saying, right?
Yes, I do.
Now, and I agree. I agree with D.L. Hugley. But we're going to go to Michael Savage and listen to the other side.
Okay.
Because there's a radical argument on the other side.
Yes.
And there are people that think like this, and I agree with D.L. That's progressive.
Right. It is.
These coal mining jobs ain't coming back.
They sure
He's
aren't.
totally right.
These factory jobs aren't coming back.
But now let's listen to old hateful ass Savage.
Okay.
Good idea. I'm so tired of hearing about collateral damage. How about the collateral damage here in America from political correctness? We've had one piece of collateral damage after another. Do I have to go back to the incident in Orlando where all the gays were slaughtered? We've forgotten that because it's an inconvenient truth. San Bernardino, the two Muslims killed their co-workers. Inconvenient truth, the collateral damage. There's only one way to win a war, Alex. It's horrible. It's terrible. War is horrible. It's called kill them. Never going to see it your way. And collateral damage, unfortunately, is part of warfare.
Well, let's expand on that. Obama and Hillary backed ISIS, backed these invasions. Trump's cleaning them out. And in these towns where the people are supposed to be refugees and come out and get checked if they're not terrorists, if they're all staying there in the towns, then they're open in war to be bombarded. That's the way it works.
Yeah, well, can't talk about their women and children without sounding like we're mean. Unfortunately, they don't care too much about our women and
You mean
children.
the suicide bomber kids?
Well, no, ISIS doesn't care much about women and children.
Exactly.
They're not fanatical Muslims. Kill moderate Muslims, women and children. Turn Yazidi girls 8 years old into sex slaves. In there, Hillary, the great woman supporter.
You see that? You hear that?
Yeah, I hear that, yo.
Well,
And that's kind of a hate mongering thing that he's got going on there. And of course, it does sound like, we don't want to progress. We want to stay right where we are. We want this to keep going the way it's going, from what I hear.
and I mean, he really wasn't general. This thing where he made the point about the Orlando shooter. I mean, there's always white mass shooters. Let's talk about Timothy McVeigh.
Right.
I mean, you can counter argument that all day. You can go back and forth with that all day.
Mm-hmm.
No civilization of people is perfect.
No.
But it's like he wants it to be his way.
Right.
And he wants to go back to the old way.
Yeah.
If you really sit back and listen to this, I'm not promoting this guy's show. If you want to, because you'll probably get upset and mad if you listen to this guy. I mean, he talks to one set of people, and unfortunately, a lot of people that he talks to are poor people who went out and voted for Trump. Now, I'm not against Trump. I wasn't for Trump or against Trump. I'm kind of an independent.
Yeah.
I'm for whatever works.
Yeah.
And for what I'm seeing with the policies that's being put in place, it's not progressive.
No.
And here we go again. We're going to make the rich that don't need it richer.
Richer.
And because the poor is going to get poorer.
And the middle class is
It's
going to die.
suffer, and we're going to end up in another recession again.
Yep.
And it's funny how these people forgot how to last. They just forgot about George Bush.
Yeah.
I mean, you totally forgot that happened.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then
he put us in that recession.
And then you vote these people
You
right
know what I'm
back
saying?
in.
But you want to blame Obama for that recession when it wasn't his fault to begin with.
And of course, they'll blame Obama for anything.
Yeah.
Anything that goes wrong in this country, they're gonna blame him for it, even though he ain't even in office no more.
Exactly. But he left a good economy, and now what is Trump acting like he did that? He ain't been there but a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? So how did he do that? He didn't.
Right. And you would think this would be common sense. You would think this would be common sense, but this is the reason why we can't progress.
Yes.
Because you have these old, what we call old fogey politics in.
Yes.
I mean, if you look at the people that's in there now, I mean, this is old fogey politics.
Exactly.
They're reading these books, these conservative books. You know, you heard about Bannon talk about Camp of the Saints and all of this shit. And they come with these old school beliefs. Why can't we just progress as a race of people?
Because if we do that, there's no money in that.
What do you mean there's no money?
There's no money in that. There's more money to be put into hate and to be put into let's keep things the way they were than there is to let's progress. Let's do what's necessary in order for us to be a better people. You understand? That's why we're 22nd in the world in education. That's why we're losing instead of really winning.
Right.
You understand? That's why these immigrants are able to come over here and use our system to win.
And this
You understand? Because because politics are not allowing the people who really live here to win.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And they're crying about the birth rate because they want to. You look in Texas, they want to make abortion illegal. Why y'all crying about the birth rate when, you know, I can understand why guys don't want to have kids and get married because of divorce. Y'all put these things in policy. Y'all put these things in policy now it's reversing on y'all. Y'all not reproducing, and it's the niggas' fault. It's the immigrants' fault who come over here and start businesses.
Yeah.
Who come over here and become doctors and lawyers. A lot of them will
And
come
scientists.
Scientists. A lot of them will come over here and they're very educated.
Yes.
But it's their fault.
Right.
This is why we can't progress.
Yeah.
This is part of the reason why we just cannot progress because you got people who want to keep it the old way.
Right.
You got people that want to live in an era. It's like nostalgia.
Right.
I grew up in this era and I want to keep it in this era.
Yeah.
You know, that's why now you got this guy pollution. He's allowing companies to pollute the air.
Yeah. Or pollute the water. Or pollute the land. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to cut out policies that were helping our kids and helping them
with
to
the
learn.
lunch program.
You know, with the lunch program. You got kids who don't eat sometimes. We got very poor families out there who can't afford to put food on the table every day. And so there was a program in order to make sure these kids eat so that they can learn. And, it takes food in order for a kid to learn. And
you sit back and wonder why people ain't popping these kids out left and right. Because, you know, that's part of why they want to keep this whole thing of I think it's a thing of what they're trying to racial annihilation.
Right.
Let's just put it like that. Well, if you can't afford to raise kids, why have them? Then that means you're not going to reproduce.
Right.
And the men are out of the workforce in record numbers, and these jobs ain't coming back.
They sure aren't.
Did Obama? Did we do that?
No.
Did you do that?
No.
Did I do that?
No.
So why we always looked at the radical problem in the terrorists, and it's just like MSNBC. I was looking at it because, as far as I'm concerned, they equate only one group of people as terrorists. I'm sorry.
Right.
I was looking at MSNBC, and they kind of full of shit too. Remember the couple? You saw the thing with the couple. The guy carjacked the lady 3 years earlier.
Uh-huh.
And they were showing the lady on the stand crying and this, that, and the other, and the black guy going to jail.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, what's the purpose of this story?
Right.
But Trump also allowed the private prisons. He's opened the floodgate to prisons again.
Yeah.
So here we go with the same old fucking propaganda. Now, all these people you locked up, you know how many brilliant kids that could have really been some that come out of these displaced families in the inner city that they caused.
Right.
Through history. I mean, history says this, so we can't deny these shit.
Gentrification.
These kids could have grew up to be inventors. Anything had the family and the hate and the vision. They didn't have to deal with this shit.
Right.
So, in a sense, everybody gets held back from this shit.
Yes.
Because there could have been a lot of... we could probably be in the future right now.
Yes.
We could probably
be in a future that is a lot better than what it is now.
Right.
But because of old fogey politics and the fact that they saw things one way instead of seeing it another way, so it was no, we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do this. I don't think we're ready for that right now. So we're going to put it under the rug so that nobody hears about it. You know what I'm saying? Until there ended up becoming a time where, okay, well, you're going to hear about it, whether you want to hear about it or not. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason we have the internet. That's the reason we have these smartphones, because they're telling you that there is newer technology out here. There are newer things happening here. But you have people here in America who
just ignorant to it.
Who are just ignorant to it, but also not just that, but we're not even smart enough to use it.
No, we're not. I mean, they got vertical farms out here, for God's sakes. Could feed people. I mean, it's so much. I mean, in reality, I think the problem is also we have enough technology now where every human person could kind of live off the grid.
Yeah.
And they want to keep the grid going.
Yeah.
In Arizona, there's a story, and I'm going to try to get on my phone and pull it up. There's a story of people who bought some solar panels, and the whole neighborhood got together and shared the power. And what happens was that it lowered their utility bill.
Yeah.
So they barely had, they was paying like $10 a month. They went from $300 a month, $350 a month to $10 a month.
Right.
Well, what had happened was the company said, you can't do that. You have to take these solar panels off of your house. We can't allow you to do that. So it's almost, in a way, they want us on the grid.
Yeah, they want us. They don't want us to progress. That's exactly what that says. We don't need you to progress. Because why? Because we have a system in place that tells you we don't want that. So
right.
What happens? These people were trying to live, were trying to progress. Well, we're going to use the sun as energy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Infinite energy.
The electric company comes in like, oh no, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
We're not getting paid. That means we're not getting paid enough out of this community that we know we were getting. We were getting thousands of dollars from this community. Now we're getting hundreds.
And there are states with laws. That you can't live off the grid. There are laws that says right now in certain states that you cannot live off the grid. Why not? If I'm a so-called free blood human and can do what I want to do, why should I be? Why can't I live off the grid? That's not hurting nobody.
No. But because it hurts the system we have in place, you can't do that. Because we put these in place with government assistance and government legislation and things of that sort. We paid those people to tell y'all, yes, you need this through us.
And this is why they keep also us fighting on the bottom.
Yeah.
They keep this racial divide. So you're divided with this. You're divided between, you're fighting, are you a liberal? Are you a Democrat? You're fighting that. Are you Mexican, Hispanic, white, black? You're fighting on that level. What
are
kind
you
of
on
job?
the left? Are you on the right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you a man? Are you a manufacturing factory worker, or are you an electrician or electronical person?
Are you a male or are you a female?
Male, right.
You're fighting on that level. So they keep all this confusion going while the people that's making the money, they keep getting richer.
Yeah.
That's why Savage, when these people go in and really believe Savage is a multimillionaire.
You think he cares one way or the other? How you feel or what you believe in? No.
And he's not gonna live your reality.
Nope.
He goes home to a very nice, comfortable life while you're out there struggling and buying his book because he makes you feel like there's some type of conspiracy against you to sell you out. It's just like calling Flatterly, whatever his name is. I can't even spell his name. He puts on a lot of black on white YouTube videos, and he goes in all the inner cities. He collects all these videos from Facebook and Chicago and all this. And what he does is he spins this narrative, Central, that there's some type of war that's about to happen. And there's a whole bunch of brothers in the hood plotting and about to get gunned up and go out to these good old white folks' community and go to war with them. Now, Central Booking, I've been a black male for a minute now.
I have too.
And I've been around several brothers, and I lived in several different cities.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never in my life heard niggas say some shit like this, have you?
Nope, never.
I ain't never in my life been around a group of niggas and we got together and said, hey man, we go kill Whitey. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that shit ain't never happened.
No.
So, who are these people, these young people with these guns plotting to come to the... You get where I'm coming from? Yeah. It's not even the numbers. It's not even enough black males in the country to do it anyway.
It doesn't even make sense.
And we don't even have the numbers.
Because the fact of the matter is, if that was the case, we would have done it. It's
We've
just
done
that
it in the
simple.
60s.
Yeah, we would have done it. I don't care what year, what decade, we would have done it. And we would have kept doing it if that was the case.
If that was our mind state. Also with this Muslim thing where Savage was saying go kill these Muslims. I mean, when was the last time we really had a major Muslim attack in the country? Can you name one? I mean, outside of 9/11, something that's really game changing.
There isn't. I mean, of course, we had that mass shooting a year ago, with the Muslim wife and husband. But that, you can't equate that to a 9/11. You can't equate that to a true terrorist attack. You understand what I'm saying? You got to put that on two mentally disturbed people. In the end, that's what you have to put that toward. You can't really even put that as this is that. I mean, like you said, Timothy McVeigh did a terrorist attack. That guy who went into that young man who went into that movie theater and shot all those people, that was a terrorist attack.
Dylan Roof.
Right. That's a terrorist attack.
But they don't talk about that.
No.
They don't talk about that.
No.
So, I mean, what they do is they raise this hysteria. It's like selling you something you really want to believe.
Right.
And it's not genuine, people. But the problem with making these guys dangerous is there are people out there that really believe this shit.
Yeah.
There's some damn motherfucker out there in nut butt fucking Kentucky listening to this shit, getting amped up.
Yeah.
Thinking that some war is about to come that ain't never came. I mean, hell, they've been hollering this shit for what, the past, I know for the past 20 years.
The only way it's going to come is if they bring it to us.
Right.
It's the only way it's coming. If they bring it to us. We're not going to bring it to them. They're going to bring it to us. And that's the only way that's going to happen. In any way, shape, or form. It's coming from them, not us.
You said it. You said it, brother. You said 100. I know it, and you know it.
Yes.
Because even when you look at our form, a lot of our media, like Roland Martin, D.L. Hugley, he has a media. Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about that shit.
No.
We're laughing. We're joking. Most of the time, we talking about Jesus in church.
Right.
But you go on these motherfuckers the majority of their formats. It's some hardcore shit.
Yeah, they're preaching hate
constantly. The media is keeping it going.
They're preaching hate toward everyone. It's not, it might be taking the forefront that you're putting Muslims in that hate, but it's still hate for them, for Mexicans, for Asians, for blacks, for anybody that's not white. You're preaching hate,
and that's not a progressive. That's not a progressive mind state.
No,
because hate once again, scientists will, people, you can look this up. Hate on a metaphysical, or what we call, metaphysical vibration, and I might get it wrong, but I'm just looking according to metaphysics. Scientists have shown that it keeps your body, it slows down the atoms in your body or something like that, and it doesn't allow. It's like hate. Damn, I can't think of it, y'all. But excuse me, it's like hate is like a negative energy.
Yes.
It's a bad energy that slows down the molecules in your body, and love is a positive energy that makes things go faster. You live in a faster vibration when you love, and when you hate, you go to a slower vibration.
Right.
And this is talking about vibrations, and they monitored it on a nano scale where they can actually see these vibrations of what you think.
Right.
And it showed how you think really does affect your reality.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting back hating somebody, thinking about a lot of negative, I hate these motherfuckers for no reason, that's why your ass in nut butt Kentucky and broke.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Because you a negative motherfucker.
Right.
And Savage, he knows this shit. These guys, these guys like Alex Jones, they know this shit, but they stay in a positive vibration.
Yes.
Because they got money.
Yeah.
Their life is good. They can go on vacation, but they're gonna sell that bullshit to you.
Right.
He's not gonna get out there and fight that war.
No,
that
he's
old
sure
man.
not.
That old man's 75 years old.
Right.
But he'll amp your stupid ass up
Right.
to get out there and fight a war that ain't even real.
That's it. So he'll have something more to talk about if it happens.
And you know what he's gonna do? Sell more books.
Yeah.
And get more money.
Yeah.
And sit on his ass and talk more shit.
Exactly.
Alex Jones, I mean, come on, look at this big out of shape ass. What are you gonna do?
Right.
Huh?
Right.
You're gonna sit back, make up a bunch of lies. He's been quoted as being a liar. Bill Cooper exposed him years ago as being just a pathological liar. He's gonna sit back, lie to you, get you all riled up and angry,
Right.
and sell his product, just like he did with Obama. He was so full of shit. And I want to talk about this Obama thing when Obama was about to get in office. Alex Jones was coming out with all these documentaries, man. I mean, his channel has really grown since Obama came in. I mean, his channels took off.
Yeah, so you got paid off him.
Yeah. When Obama was about to come in, documentary after documentary after documentary. I mean, I think he did about 4 or 5 documentaries. Got paid because he incited on a certain people panic. I remember going to job. These young white guys were talking about getting gunned up because they like, shit, Obama gonna come in and take all our guns.
Right.
And they were ready for a war. You know, and they were sitting. I was chopping it up with them, and they were sitting back talking about that. Hey, this about to be a war.
Right.
And they were saying that right in my face. I mean, it was just blatant.
Yeah.
They were saying that right in my face when Obama got in. Savage, because I started listening to him in 2005 when Bush was in office. He was cool.
Right.
He was kind of mellow.
Mm-hmm.
The minute goddamn Obama looked like he was about to get, this dude laid down in the studio floor and had a baby. Every night. And then I listened to him for about 2 more years after that. And I mean, I couldn't stand listening to him no more. Because it was constant. Everything this man did, it was the end of the world. And I'm telling you right now, they had you thinking. And hell, they even kind of had me thinking this shit.
Right.
That was about to be black helicopters and FEMA camps, and everybody was going to get round up and exterminated by the elite. Because everything he did was wrong. I mean, I heard pork bellies, sedition.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? I never even knew what sedition was until this motherfucker started talking about this shit.
Right.
I mean, he never talked like this under Bush. He didn't even get step foot in office, and they were talking about impeach him.
Right.
So for 8 years, they riled these people up, made these people angry, made these people feel like they were left out.
Right.
Hey, you know what? Now, since the new guy is in there, you're getting left out now for real.
And he said it to you in your face. He let you know through his first budget plan you're getting left out.
Yes. So how do you
He's
feel
letting
about
you know with this Affordable Care Act you getting left out.
So I mean, You played yourself. What some of you people have to realize is, look, we got Google now. You got facts now.
Yeah.
Stop taking these blabbermouth motherfuckers' word for shit. You understand?
Yeah.
Because you're not in. Listen, yeah, you may look like them, but guess what? There's a big secret. You're not in the in crowd.
You sure aren't. You're out.
You're not in the in crowd. They're rich.
Yeah.
You're not part of them.
Nope.
In fact, they don't think much of you anyway. You ought to listen to how Savage talks to his audience. He looks at his audience as a bunch of idiot.
Yeah.
But they're gonna buy whatever he sells, and it pays the bills.
Yeah.
Remember, he got advertisers.
Yeah.
So he has to pay the bills.
Oh yeah.
And these dumb idiots don't see it. Now, if he was doing this shit for free, if he was doing it for free or coming out with his money out of his own pockets, I could see it, because then he really means what he's saying.
Yeah.
But he has sponsors. He has bosses.
Yeah.
He has people he's responsible for.
Yeah.
This is a money-making game.
It sure is. It's a hustle. But
This part of why the rich get rich and the poor get poor. So Fox News will spin that shit,
yeah.
and y'all sit there and believe every damn thing that come out these idiots' mouth. MSNBC will spin this shit, and y'all sit and the people that own it is making money.
Yeah.
Hand over foot.
fist.
Niggas are criminals. The prisoners making money hand over foot. You get what I'm coming from?
Yeah. Exactly.
This Muslim band, the Muslims are bad. Okay, well, let's go start a war so we can give all this money to our buddies and contractors. They're gonna make money hand over fist. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a hustle, and the taxpayer, we're paying to get screwed. You know, we're paying them when we pay our
Yeah, we
taxes.
footing the bill. We're footing the bill. We're all footing the bill.
And I don't know why people ain't picked up on this shit. It don't matter who you put in.
No.
Republican or Democrat.
No.
You know, they're all gonna screw you.
Yep.
But in a way, it's another way to keep the people divided.
Yep.
It's another way to keep the people divided. And we'll never, in this country, it's the old way. Now we have to progress from that.
Yeah.
And you would think we would know this by now. We have to progress from that.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta get out of that. Think beyond this bullshit that we're constantly being fed every day, because it's really bullshit.
Yep.
But of course they're gonna tell you, hey, you don't know how the world works. You know, something's wrong with you because you think like that. Or you're kind of hippie minded. Mm-hmm. They'll put you in that category. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Because you don't think like that. But, you know, it's all good. But K Central Show, y'all.
I am Central Booking.
I'm K Crim.
And we hope you like this show once again. So, you know, let us know what you think. Like us, subscribe to us, and that's it. One.
Yeah.